Hi, this is Carolyn James from Holistic Campus, and I am here today with a founding practitioner, actually one of the very first, Hollie Barclay. How are you, Hollie?
I am great. Thank you so much. I appreciate this very much.
Oh, it's wonderful. So, Hollie, you are a psychic medium and an intuitive healer, yes?
I very much am, yes.
So, how do we explain that to folks?
Well, I first and foremost, the psychic and mediumship part, come kind of hand in hand with the sense that this has been since childhood. This has been exactly what I've been. So for a chunk of time, I did have struggles with trying to balance that with this human existence. And it showed the fact that I was continuing to excel and continuing to ascend in the conscious sense, to kind of where our souls come from. My perspective is that we are complete, universal, spiritual beings, and this is simply a human costume. And so,
I
you
like
know, existing in this and finding the balance between how do I remember so much about where I'm from originally, and how do I function and still learn the lessons that I came here to learn. So a
that.
lot of what I connect with is the soul purpose. So I like to say, because I don't fit into a box, I do a lot of everything. So there's a lot of telepathic ability and, psychic ability, intuitive ability, and empathic ability. I can, feel somebody's pain, whether they're next to me or physically very, very distant.
Right.
So it's proven, if nothing else, that time, space, and dimension are complete illusions just for this realm, for this human realm. And so, yeah. And so if you're able to kind of lift the veil a little bit more and more and more, I've even used the joke that some people have the light block curtains and some have a sheer. And I have a sheer. So I do really connect to the other side. And so it ends up coming through as so many things. I struggled to put a name on it. And I realized I don't have to put a name on it, because what I do is I truly read the soul. So I can read your past lives. I can read, and most of the time when that comes through, it's not a choice. I don't pull from certain things and pick what I want to read. It comes through as complete intuitive ability, meaning that
It's what
whatever is
the
coming.
person is supposed to hear at that point, I would.
That's right. That's exactly right. So whatever is coming through, it always relates, it loops back in the end to the parallels. So this is what you've experienced in another time and place, and this is how it's relating here. These are the lessons that you've chosen to learn. And so in that, it creates such healing just through readings. Never mind the fact that I'm a Reiki master,
Right.
teacher, and energy practitioner. I'm also a nurse in my human life. I have a lot of the medical knowledge, and so it speaks more to medical intuitive ability as well.
Yeah.
So it's a really great combination, and I've realized that everything that I've tried to do with all of the certifications on the human side of things, the non-energetic, if you will,
Yeah.
um, it really relates to me scrounging to figure out how can I heal in many different ways. So I've worn a
Oh,
lot of
that's
different hats.
wonderful. So when someone comes to you and they plunk themselves down in front of you, are they there for a reason? Have they been drawn to you? Like, how does that all work? And who do you like to work
Yes, I mean, I've been told very much so, and I always have faith every day, every single
with?
day. And I try to pass it on to people that my mantra is put me in the place where I need to be healing the most
Mhm.
for the highest good of all. And that has put me in some very interesting situations that I don't know if I could have even imagined. And they all circle back around to the classic cliche, everything happens for a reason. I'm a
Mhm.
true believer of that. And so, yes, I believe people see me, feel me, and at some point, everybody does have that in them. They are a spiritual being. That's why some people have said anybody can be a psychic. It's not a gimmick. It really is just a matter of shedding a lot of what we call ego, you
Right.
know, human self, the human part, and just kind of lifting that curtain, lifting the veil just a little bit, even if it's just a peekaboo, you recognize that feeling. And so my energy tends to be extremely strong, but in a really high vibrational sense,
Yeah.
meaning that it's super super bubbly, super positive, and people most of the time can automatically feel a pull, like a magnet to me, and they're like, wow, there's something about you.
There's something there, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So sometimes it gets misinterpreted, and I'm happy to be like, oh man, I feel the connection, and this is what I feel like it's coming from. And often that alone is where the healing comes from.
So it's funny. So they're either completely drawn to you or like, I'm going to run away because this is too much. I'm not ready for this.
Yeah, exactly. The people that tend to run away are not ready
They're not ready.
The fact that they're an empath, they're a psychic, they're intuitive, and they were kind of stuffing down like I did for a bit. And so I'm able to recognize all sides. And so what I tell everybody is, if you feel that pull to me, if you feel like, wow, there's something about this girl, I need to talk to her, I need to hear more, you'll know right away that connection. And so it's been uncanny for other people that, don't have the perspectives that I do yet. Because it doesn't take very long to know. I have a new term called my soul sisters or my soul family. I'll meet people within a day and it's like, boom, oh my gosh, how have we not been like, family? How have we not been so connected all these years? We have. You're just
wonderful. Oh, that's a beautiful thing to find, isn't it?
It's so comforting to know that it doesn't have to be the way that society has always placed relationships. That it doesn't matter how long you've known somebody, or even if you just talk to someone, because all I need to do is connect to somebody's energy. That can be anywhere on this planet or otherwise.
Well, I know you and I are going to do some work in a little bit, and I'm looking forward to that. But is there anything else you want to share with everybody?
I am just so excited to be able to provide whatever I can. And so, like I said, it is not my human self. I am completely humbled in all of this. And I always leave it to a higher place for the highest possible good for the healing of all that are ready to receive me. Ready and
nothing else you can ask from that.
Absolutely not.
Beautiful. Well, we'll talk in a minute.
Okay.